Tilly doesn't like those trains. The railway gates. The trouble is she keeps winning. She chases them away and they leave. Now you tell him. You tell him. Now you got him, did you? Fair enough. So here we are on a Sunday afternoon. We thought we might just go for a little ride down to Bogan Gate and get a cold drink and be on the bike for a couple of weeks. So we thought we might go and do that. Get the old girl a bit warmed up, shall we? The old carburetted models, you know, they do take a bit of warming up. That's for sure. And it's not cold, it's about 27, 28 degrees. Spring has well and truly sprung. And won't be long before it's really hot. It's already been 30 or so. Traffic again. My goodness. So apparently my brother Tim bought this bike in Kununurra in 1994. So it's been in the family for 30 years now. it's interesting, you know. I think since I moved out here, where you know there's a fair bit of solitude happening, when I get on the bike I find I don't have that much to say, at least at the moment. Maybe I've had too much time to think, not sure. Gay sent me a couple of emails the other day about, because I was asking her about the old girl, after her Uncle Tim, you know, where he bought it and where and when and all that roughly, you know. And they sent me a couple of emails of when he was actually thinking about selling this bike, because he'd bought the brand new Thunderbird, Triumph Thunderbird, and apparently he was thinking about selling this, or some bloke wanted to buy it. But clearly he never sold it. But he describes it in one of the emails, or two of the emails. The Sean, the nephew Sean, that is, the young fella. Sean the younger and better looking, I call him. And anyway, both of them variously describe this motor as being fully worked. So I've decided I've got to kind of, you know, stop worrying about it, trying to baby it along. I'm only doing 90 k's at the moment because it's this is a main road. This is Henry Park's Way. But it's a really shit of a road, this road. A lot of unevenness, you know. There's something I noticed recently. Every now and again, you know, if I get bored or whatever, I tend to upload videos to YouTube and then not watch them for a while, you know. I just look back and see if anyone's, you know, I get notified obviously if somebody comments or something, and I address that, but generally I don't watch the video again because I've, you know, already watched it while I'm uploading it and editing it and stuff like that. But I'm essentially, the reason why I make these videos is to keep a few records of rides, essentially for myself more than anybody else. And if anybody gets some pleasure out of them, and a couple of people do, which is good, you know, then you know, but essentially it's for myself. Apparently that house there, the one with the camels and donkeys and all kinds of weird animals, that's where Judith, apparently, the local copper, lives. Though I've never met her. Anyway, got nothing to do with anything. But nobody has ever said anything bad about her, which is not bad going for a copper, you know. Anyway, so this is becoming a bit on the convoluted side. It's a shit road, really. That's in my headlight, I know. Seeing as it's the law, I believe. So, you know, it might be some months later or a year later or whatever that I'll go back and watch them. Okay, sorry. So, the reason why I upload them in the first place is to have some sort of record, because sooner or later, you know, we've all got to stop riding. You know, get too old, too infirm, whatever it might be, you know. So I want to have some rides I can look back on a bit. They're not brilliant videos by any stretch, but you know, some sort of record. Anyway, so I was watching this video the other day from a couple of years ago, and I was going over to Wells Crossing on the old girl here to meet up with a mate, Dave Reynolds, to do some camping and drinking, you know. And I was riding along and I was talking about the Lemon Drizzle Gang, and when I had an ETZ, AMZ ETZ 251, and but I didn't get to the end of that story, so I remind myself to tell that story sometime in the near future. I won't do it today because I can't remember exactly where the story finished, where I cut it off, you know. So I'll have a look. I know it gave Michael O'Neill a bit of a laugh. Do you reckon every time I mention Astrid's name, I'd speed up a bit? Even after 30 years, you know. But we actually still have contact, Astrid and I. The occasional... we went for a few years without much contact at all, but now we sort of have gone back to a bit of, you know, like the occasional phone call and, you know, WhatsApp messages and stuff. It's nice to talk to her again a bit more regularly, and I think it's important. I have to remember this bloody bridge, the beginnings there. And how the hell I'm gonna ever try and baby this thing long enough to stop breaking shock absorber bolts, I'll never know. Anyway, I think it's good to acknowledge, you know, our past together and stuff like that. We don't talk about that, we just talk about our general view of the world and stuff. We both sort of philosophise a bit, whatnot. She still lives in Australia, has lived here for, you know, whatever it is, 30 years, 32 years. We came back here in 1992 together, and then I went back to Germany. There's a long story to that, but I won't bore you with that. Well, not today anyway. Anyway, so yeah, I'll continue that story. It was a bit of an interesting story, that one. Bogan Gate, the railhead for the grain stuff, whatnot, you know. We might even just pop in there and have a little quick look, maybe. Manildra flour. It's got some new wagons. You can see over there in the background. I'm assuming we can turn right here somewhere. Go in. Leafy Tank Road. It's a stock route, I believe. How you going, Tilly Pup? You good girl? I don't know whether we'll get pulled up. Whether we're allowed in here or not, I don't know. Maybe we go in up that way, do we? Otherwise we'll end up back at bloody Forbes. Hey, we've got a closed gate. It's to be expected, I would imagine. Never mind. There's a chap in a work shirt though. It must be the company model. Manildra. Manildra's about, I don't know what it is, maybe 100 k's from my place. Interesting town to look at, you know, when you drive through. I stopped there a bit actually with the dog because there's a place you can stop and you can get a decent coffee and a pie, but you can also go up to the showground and she can have a good run around. Yeah, no, interesting town because it's basically just silos and mills all the way through the, like right in the town, which is interesting. Go for a ride there one day, maybe on the BMW if we ever get it to bloody, you know, do something. Not that I've done anything with it at all. Oh, I pulled the tank off the other day just to have a quick look to see if there are any obvious breaks in the frame and stuff. There aren't any obvious ones, but that doesn't mean that that job's completed yet, you know. But I haven't looked at the electrics or anything like that. There's some dodgy stuff going on in the chair, and it's possible that some of the wiring in the chair affects the ignition. So here we are at the pub. There's the old girl over there.